Hello and welcome to this episode of the Vision Rehab podcast. My name is Steve Kelly and I'm a certified vision rehabilitation therapist, and in these podcasts we'll be discussing issues related to both vision loss and blindness. Thanks for joining me today. Well, it's happened again. My head is just spinning from a recent phone call. The caller was calling in on behalf of her mother in Pensacola, Florida, who has diabetic retinopathy. She's lost much of her vision and spends her day in her room, although she's recently discovered audible books, which she's able to do when a family member can set it up for her. So this caller is concerned because her mother is fearful of going out, has difficulty getting around the house, and she isn't able to find any help either from the doctor's office or from local home health agencies. So during this conversation, I learned that she had no idea what Florida Blind Services is, had never heard of her state's Unit on Aging, had never heard of the National Library Service Talking Books program, and didn't know what an orientation and mobility specialist is. After years of seeing an ophthalmic practice with 15 doctors, no one mentioned any of these services. As a result, the caller's mother sits in her room, depressed and afraid of venturing out with her vision loss. Now, not to point fingers, but just to report an observation, this is the third call I've received from this same geographic area from people who have not heard of any of these services or who have had a hard time getting a response from these services once located. Now, this is a recurring theme, not just in Pensacola, but elsewhere. For some reasons, doctors do not tell patients about these services through vocational rehabilitation. The professionals who provide training through state or nonprofit agencies like vision rehabilitation therapists and orientation and mobility specialists. Or, sadly, if patients learn about these services, they may have to wait days or weeks for return phone calls or endure a long waiting list because of staff shortages. So, for a variety of complex reasons, the shortages are frustrating and inevitable, and the subject possibly of another podcast in the future. But for the moment, step one is just to know that each state has vocational rehabilitation funding and services at no out-of-pocket cost to you. You may have to wait, but get started by making a call to them. To find your state services for the blind and visually impaired, call the APH Connect Center at 800-232-5463. Again, the APH Connect Center, 800-232-5463. Or look for services on their online directory at aphconnectcenter.org/directory. And while you're waiting for services, sign up for the free Talking Books program through the Library of Congress. You can reach them by calling 888-657-7323. Again, Talking Books, 888-657-7323. And they'll send you at no cost a digital audio book player that is simple to use and gives you free access to books and magazines that are read out loud. And if you find yourself on a long waiting list for orientation and mobility, these are the professionals who teach traveling skills with reduced vision. You can get started yourself with a free white cane from the National Federation of the Blind by calling them at 410-659-9314. The NFB is at 410-659-9314. You'll find some basic workshops on the white cane and getting around with a little less vision at Hadley. Workshops are available online, on talking book cartridges, or in large print by calling them at 800-323-4238. And that's Hadley at 800-323-4238. Or you can go to their website at hadleyhelps.org. Now on YouTube, you'll find some really great lessons by a certified orientation and mobility specialist, Mike Mulligan, at Blind on the Move. Finally, if you do find yourself in a situation where you are not hearing back from your state services, call the Client Assistance Program to let them know or to file a complaint. You can find your state's Client Assistance Program, CAP, by calling 800-452-1948. That's the Client Assistance Program at 800-452-1948. In the meantime, hang in there and take advantage of the resources that are readily available to you right now, free at no cost. Thanks so much for tuning in today to the Vision Rehab podcast. I really look forward to you joining me in future episodes. If you'd like to get in touch, please email me at lowvisiontech@gmail.com, and that's spelled LOWV as in Victor, ISIONTECH@gmail.com, or visit lowvisiontech.com, and have a terrific day.